Welcome to episode 66 of the bracket. Today we are doing the tiny guy bracket alongside Brandon. Finally decided to grace us with his presence after how many times of denying us?
It's been 3 or 4 months, yeah.
You're just talking about Hootie. Wait, who does that?
Darius Rucker.
Yeah. Who does the song? It's been 1 week since...
That's the Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies, that's what I could...
Yeah.
They're like in similar...
Well, in the same time frame, sure.
Bare Naked Ladies is like 5 years difference.
I don't mean like chronologically, I just mean sound-wise. I feel like
there's not 5 years difference. In 97 was Bare Naked Ladies, and Hootie came out in 94. That's 3 years difference.
Sorry.
Dipshit.
Anyway.
Y'all not cuss on the show?
Glad to have you back, Cheah.
Yeah. Happen to have Cheah back.
This one caught me off guard. You got it this morning. You were like, I was thinking best little guys.
What do you mean? Well,
I caught me off guard.
Lil Wayne?
That was one of my submissions.
Yeah. So with tiny guys,
you're looking at.
We're just saying best tiny guys. So it's just this best small man.
Was this inspired by Carl's Jr.?
It's a little bit inspired by Carlos Jr. It was also mostly because Brandon said he wanted to do little athletes, which felt maybe a little too narrow for what we usually do. So just expanded it to just little dudes.
So Brandon gets to come on the show once, and he gets to call the shots.
He asked me for suggestions. I sent him like 4, and one was the best little athletes.
Give me a suggestion right now. Next time you come on, we'll use it.
I got to think about it.
Fucking guy. I asked him for suggestions. He doesn't have my.
I sent like 4.
Yeah, right away. I mean, that's the difference, Klemmer. You got to be ready.
You got to want it.
Yeah, I'll say I'll come on and not come on for 4 weeks.
I have been doing Unnecessary Roughness on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I know, Brandon. It's okay.
Casey had a baby.
Yeah, if you say so. Anyway, our first matchup of the day for tiny guys. The very first one is, I don't know how much the age difference will. I feel like all of us have had some sort of experiences, except for maybe Klemmer with this character. Maybe. Odd Job from GoldenEye N64. I don't know.
Well, the movie as well.
Yeah, well, but the
movie more than
specifically the game where he's so small that you could not shoot him, and it was
unless you knew how to crouch down and see down.
Yeah, so no one liked that. So Odd Job, with a very small and annoying character to kill, versus Simon Birch, an Ain't a Special.
I'm sorry.
Who here is not familiar with Simon?
I'm sorry.
I'm only familiar with Simon Birch through these guys.
What's the book? Prayer for Walter
Owen Meany?
Prayer for Owen Meany is the Simon Birch is the film.
Based on that book?
Yeah.
Just this tiny guy.
Oh, God.
What's the actor's name?
I got no clue.
Ian Michael Smith.
Ian-Michael Smith.
Michael Smith.
Yeah. What's the highlight of
Simon
Birch? Is it? There's one of 2 scenes I'm thinking of, right?
I have him as the leadoff batter because his strike zone is so small.
Yeah.
But he makes contact one day, hits it so hard, goes out, and baseball hits his best friend's mom in the head, kills her.
You can tell, yeah.
Played by
Ashley Judd, right?
Yeah, it's Ashley Judd. It wasn't.
And then he goes out I think he's on a bridge, and he just like looks up to God, and he's in his little voice. I'm sorry. It's the funniest thing in the world.
Throw the bat over too, or
can you play the scene just for
he also he pops it up.
Here's the deal. He had 70 to 100 takes on that, and they still couldn't make it look like he hit the ball in an upward arc. So he was that boy he's 3'1".
Yeah.
He is. I wrote down the heights of all the people involved. Let's see.
What was he good at? Holding his breath?
Underwater.
Yeah.
He is.
And that led to the climactic scene, right?
He saves kids from a school bus?
Yeah.
Does he end up dying?
He dies.
Yeah.
He's 3 foot on the dot, according to official sources.
No, and he's 2'11".
Yeah. He's lying about
That's
that.
a tough height to have.
Yeah.
You can't be 2'11".
I matched with this guy on Bumble. He said he was 3 feet, but I showed up and he was no better than 2'11".
3 feet, because I guess that matters.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my, it's the best.
Here, I got it.
Just this little fucking party sub hitting a home run.
Oh, you can play. Okay.
Well, she's lovely.
Yeah, everybody has.
He was one of the leading voices behind the whole breaking of the Harvey Weinstein story.
Look.
Well, yeah, and then guess what?
Unrealistic. Look at this. Look at this swing.
How big the mid is.
Yeah.
Not even looking at the ball.
Not quite. Boom! That shit was a grounder. 70 takes.
Oh, his teeth.
How
Oh,
high up it goes.
He clobbers it. And his best friend, the only guy that's nice to him.
Kid from Jurassic Park. You can't believe it.
Nobody stands up like that for a foul ball.
I might have to
This
get
is a foul ball.
I gotta get that. I gotta get that jersey.
Oh no!
Wait, did the umpire say
That's
foul
her
ball?
daughter's son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's absolved the responsibility.
Dolly zoom on the kid.
Son, and it's a whack.
Ball has
Down. Run instinct.
Oh no.
And he knows his mom's dead.
Mom's
Offense, that
dead.
lady's got a weak.
Look at the and then there he is saying sorry on the bridge.
You gotta.
2-11.
That bridge is like that only to prevent him from jumping off it. Where they're
Yeah.
low nets.
Does he die saving kids at the end?
Simon Birch going up against Odd Job. We'll start with you, Cheah.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
No, it's not. What did we just talk about? No.
Well, whenever I played GoldenEye, Oddjob was not allowed to be used by anyone because it was such an unfair advantage. So I'll have to say Simon Birch just by default.
By default.
Gooch, can you pull up the description for the Anus podcast? A little Easter egg. I think the description for the Anus podcast is just the synopsis of Simon Birch, but with our names swapped. I forgot. We just did not want anybody to listen to that fucking show.
Simon Birch.
Who's he up against?
He's going up
Odd
against
Job.
Odd Job.
Odd Job was cool because he had a hat. Yeah, I can't even see it.
Well, I think the great moment, the great thing about Odd Job was how he was lampooned in Austin Powers by Random Task,
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what that guy did too? Right?
That's funny.
who threw a shoe.
Throws a shoe.
Ouch, that really hurt. I mean, who throws a shoe?
So you could throw his hat in the game, in the N64 game, and it was an instant kill, which was cool.
Yeah.
Are you familiar what happened to that actor too?
Oh, wasn't he a pedophile or something?
Gang rapist.
Oh.
And later murderer.
The guy you like, for
And he
instance.
did this before the gang rape. At least was well before
Sorry,
Austin Powers
Gooch.
happened.
That's 4 episodes in a row.
Oh shit! I
No,
was just asking him too.
it's unbelievable.
that doesn't count.
It's
That doesn't
unbelievable.
count.
When it's in the legal documents.
Yeah, that was in the legal documents of, I think his name was John Son or something. I forget. But yeah,
His name
Random
was
Task.
John Son.
I believe so.
So it's the actor who played Random Task, not the actor who played Odd Job.
Random Task. Yeah.
Random Task. Yeah.
It's got to be Simon Birch. What's Slugger?
Is that right? Joe's son.
Joe's son.
Joe's son.
Joe's son.
S-U-N, I would say.
S-O-N.
S-O-N.
So another one for Simon Birch. Brandon.
Yeah, well, it's easily Simon Birch, but it's different for me because when GoldenEye was out and I would hang out with my boys and we would play, and I fucking sucked at it and I was terrible, and I never had a pleasant memory playing that game. That game does not bring back good memories for me. But it is Simon Birch.
Would you play as Odd Job if he was available?
I don't know. I just would. I was only playing because we were drinking beer and everybody was playing and they were good and I was bad, and I was just waiting until we got to Mario Kart, which I was also bad at.
Did you guys do Mario Party while drunk?
Oh,
It's
yes.
so fun. Significantly more fun, I think, than Mario Kart or Mario Kart.
I
Whatever.
didn't play that until I had my kids, but I play it now. But I never played it back then.
Old ass.
Have they rebooted Mario Party on more modern gaming systems?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
newest one has
Switch.
all of the games.
Yeah,
Is it fun?
It's still fun.
still pretty fun. Francis, Odd Job or Simon Birch?
I got to go with Odd Job on this one. I'm not that familiar with Simon Birch. I like what Nick and KB have done with him, but
I don't know how it started.
I think Odd Job truly, Goldfinger, right, is probably, to my money, the best of the original Bond movies. Until like Casino Royale was made or Skyfall, it was the best Bond, and I thought he was. Jaws is probably my favorite Bond villain, but
So good.
I think Odd Job was up there and very menacing and well thought of character. He was like a sumo wrestling champion, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, Odd Job over Simon Birch.
And what's tiny about him?
In the game, they made him half the size of a no. They just made him half the size of a regular character, even though the actor's 5'10".
Impossible to hit
Just you could not shoot him. He was so small.
because you couldn't really aim up or down.
Yeah,
You could do
hard.
it manually. It was tough to do.
Yeah,
So just the bullets went right over his head.
yeah,
Cheat code to use them.
yeah. Very, very difficult. Klemmer, Klemmer. I think the Jaws guy is the dude from or Happy Gilmore, right?
Right, he's the caddy.
All lands on his foot.
Caddy, ball lands on his foot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad Brandon's here because like I had a very similar experience with Brandon as like being horrible at GoldenEye
Fuck.
and just hoping that like my friends would put Mario Kart in and be like, come on guys, play Mario Kart because like I love Mario. I think I'm pretty good at it, but GoldenEye was horrible. It's Birch in a Walk. I mean, Simon Birch is that's a great movie to
We're
watch.
about to call it a classic, and it's not.
It's a great movie to watch drunk or on gummies. It's awesome.
Oh, the gummies.
You guys got to review that.
I love gummies.
Simon Birch.
Yeah, you guys should
I've
definitely.
never actually seen it. In fact, I knew nothing about it until Kyle just randomly came in one day, obsessed with it or talking about it.
Not really a sports movie.
Oh, we just saw a
outside
great
of-
sports
There was a
scene.
baseball scene.
That's-
Okay, are you counting scenes?
And that's how we get the naked gun in
That
there.
was like on par.
That's how
with
you
The
can watch
Natural.
Starship Troopers.
Was that not like the scene from The Natural where the ball goes up and hits the lights?
As far as iconic sports,
Yeah, except it
Yeah.
hit the mom in the head and killed her.
same thing. Yeah.
Redford, Birch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The twin target. Yeah. KB.
Yeah, Simon Birch. He was 9 when that movie was filmed, so he was probably shorter, probably 2'5".
Mhm.
Now he's 35. He's outlived so many. He can be a It's Simon Birch.
Is he still
Yeah.
alive?
Yes,
The actor?
he is. Yeah,
I just assumed that there was something.
he's 2'11".
I don't know.
Started a whole movie.
I don't know that we'd elect him president, though, even if he could be.
Let's see. Oh yeah, he's
Be a hell of a campaign.
Did you guys
graduated from MIT. Holy shit.
prayer for Owen Meany?
Yeah.
I don't remember, and I can't remember. But was he really short in that book?
Yes.
All I remember from that was that he every word of his dialogue was written in capitals.
Sure, it said MIT.
Drove me.
I had to read it for
crazy.
school, but I don't
Missing
quite
DGE.
remember
So do I.
much about it.
Yeah.
Unless it's a different MIT.
Oh, I just thought it was missing 3 letters in the middle.
All right, next matchup. Number 4 seed versus 3 seed. The 4
Yeah,
seed.
what's MIT stand for? Man isn't tall.
Uh,
We're laughing at his achievements.
yeah, he had a postgraduate from Gallaudet University.
Eladet,
Eladet.
the deaf university.
That is a deaf school.
It's not deaf. Is he?
He's so small that the sound waves that emit from him are you can't hear them with the naked ear.
Morico syndrome? I don't know. There's a lot to read here. Anyway, the 4 seed is maybe like the more famous tiny guy of the last couple of years, Hasbullah. Obviously met with our coworker once. He's took the world by storm. I feel like it has to be on here. Versus one of Nick's entries, the 13 seed, Dexter from Dexter's Lab.
Hmm.
That kid was impossibly small.
Yeah, he was tiny.
He was super tiny.
He was just I'm thinking he was just a head, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much just a head in a lab coat.
Yeah,
Can we get some imagery of Dexter?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Dexter or his lab.
Clemmer,
One familiar with Dexter's
Clemmer's a couple years older than me, but I
Oh no, you're older than I
we're in
am.
the same age bracket, and I just had to look at him, and we shared a knowing glance.
My brain immediately went to Jimmy Neutron, but
A smart boy genius still.
Yeah.
That was a genre
also
of
small,
cartoon.
wasn't he?
He had a big head.
big head.
Dexter
small
was just
body.
real small.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Dexter
just-
was a good character.
I remember he tried to
German, even though his parents are American.
yeah, he spoke with like a German accent. He tried to learn French, and so he slept, but the CD skipped, so he just knew cheese omelet.
yeah, what was it?
Omelette du fromage.
Yeah, and he says it into the girl's ear, and she like,
She goes crazy.
yeah, it's going nuts.
Dexter.
Speak more French to me. Sister Dee Dee.
Yeah, she
Mom
sucked.
had the fattest ass in
his
the world.
mom. Dexter's
Look,
Dexter's mom.
mom's butt. Yeah, I mean, you just got to see it. Oh, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like,
Okay, all right, yeah.
you can laugh while
I know. I want to see Dexter's mom.
Oh wait, is it her in the bikini? Or am I thinking
she's in a
of-
bikini in
yeah.
one. I think
You're thinking of the ads that pop up on porn videos.
You want to see Scooby Doo get railed? Not really.
There's some unreal imagery on here.
What's
Look it
that?
up.
Miss Incredible has the great
Has
ass.
big fat ass,
that's
yeah,
true.
but I think she makes it bigger.
Elastigirl. Or...
Oh yeah, she had a big ass. But
Look at that. Look at the bikini, dude. Look
Yeah.
at the bikini. Pull up the bikini one, Goose.
Bikini.
that's front. You could see it from the
He
front.
knew they couldn't show that.
Oh,
from
she's
the-
got some sort
It's
of
a little
shit.
fupa-y.
Yeah, she's
I'm seeing ads.
She looks
for
like
those.
has the body of a beaker.
she has a spare tire.
Anyway, Hasbullah versus Dexter, KB.
Hasbullah, he went viral so fast that we didn't have time to process that was a biological, anatomical possibility. That this is a baby man. He looks like a baby. I didn't know that was a thing, and it's truly one of the coolest things in the world.
Yeah.
I think he's so popular now that we're desensitized, but it's him.
Mm-hmm. And there's the second one came out.
He's a
they were gonna fight each
shit-talking
other.
Russian baby who's 19, 20.
It's the coolest thing in the world.
And he squeaks like you would think he would, which is perfect.
Just kind of like Simon Birch.
Yeah, Hezbollah. Easily. I also don't know Dexter, so.
That's fair. I knew this one would be a little more divisive, but I did love the idea of Dexter being on here. Francis?
I never have really understood the allure of Hezbollah.
Name one person like him.
No, I know. To be honest with you, it was one of those things where I saw him everywhere before I understood. I didn't even know that it was an adult.
I thought it was I thought it was a cute boy.
Walked in here.
Now I know.
Viral that you can't really appreciate.
I guess in a way that's it, right? Where it was like, oh, I was like, he's ubiquitous, and then I found out that he was an adult, and I was like, okay, that's cool. So what's the allure? What's so amazing? And everyone was like, well, that's it.
But that's everyone's Hezbollah journey. We all had the same experience, right?
I thought that there must be more, because when I know that he's his like white whale guest, and that is the most viewed video, more than the Drake one and all that, I'm like, what's going on here? Is it a TikTok thing?
He's a little rapscallion. He's ornery.
No, and I guess he's grown on me a little bit, but it was almost like I put the cart before the horse. Like I didn't get on the train from the beginning, and I didn't understand the UFC connection. I missed it. I'm too out of it.
Mm-hmm. So
I've never been able to subscribe to Hezbollah, and therefore I also do like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. And I like, so I'm going to go with Dexter on this one.
One for Dexter. Brandon.
I would be lying if I said I knew anything about Dexter whatsoever. The entirety I know has been gone over in this episode. And if all I knew about Hezbollah was the Caleb, them riding in the go-kart, that's enough. Hezbollah. And also I'm going to go pee because he's going to talk about Dexter for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going Hezbollah.
All right.
The first time I saw him, just a really good chuckle. Dexter's Lab wasn't one of my top cartoons
On Cartoon Network or just in general?
I was a Cartoon Network kid.
Too.
Dee Dee annoyed me way too much.
Who was his nemesis? Mandark?
Mandark. Yeah, he was awful.
Mandark.
Their PC way of saying a black person.
No,
I was just thinking, is this like some racist show?
no, he was a white nerd named Mandark. I didn't even think of that.
The German evil scientist biggest enemy was Mandark. That's I didn't put that together.
Yeah, I never thought. No, Hezbollah. He's adorable. His little laugh. Yeah, I'm going Hezbollah.
Would you fall on Billy and Mandy?
Didn't like it.
I was like, Billy and Mandy's like here, but then like Courage the Cowardly Dog was up here.
I didn't like. I don't know why I was a Cartoon Network kid. I liked their
Like any
games
of these
online.
shows.
I liked Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I liked
Yeah.
Double D. I used to sleep in a beanie as a kid because I wanted to be like him. Never take off a beanie.
But didn't his parents only communicate with him through Post-its?
Yes, they didn't talk to him outside of Post-it notes.
Yeah, and that show was actually really funny. That was like
Fast P.
that was a nice glimpse into America.
So, yeah, that's why I learned what a cul-de-sac was.
Yeah, I had no clue. That and they were the three girls that were like them were like trailer trash girls.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. They were
What's the
called the
show?
Canker Sisters.
They're naming all these shows I've never heard of.
The Canker Sisters, that was it. We were talking about Mandark. Anyway,
All right.
Let's talk about fucking cave drawings, Klemmer.
yeah.
After the caveman was funny.
Red Arrow Cave. All right, Cheah.
I'm glad to hear Hezbollah is growing on Francis because he's not growing in real life. I'm going to go with Hezbollah as the tiny guy.
You're gonna get some death threats in your DMs after this one.
What? I'm voting for him. I
Sat
like
on that
him.
one for a while too.
We're not growing either, dude.
I'm a growing boy. That's why I eat so much.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, next
Glad
up,
to have you back, Cheah.
number 8 seed Bruno Mars, one of the tiny little pop stars that's ever existed. Hilariously tiny little man. Versus number 9, and you're gonna have to pull him up, Gooch. The Carl's Jr. meet and greet tiny guy, who is one of the funniest human beings to have ever existed.
That's the one.
Like,
Wait a minute. Those bitches are huge.
No.
There's actually video footage of him, so you could show that this is not photoshopped
Right.
oh,
at all.
And if there was just a single image of the Asian woman, that's 4'11" woman.
Mm-hmm.
No
She's
way.
not
Oh,
big.
she looks tall.
No, she's
that
not
girl is not tall.
She has petite build.
He has a petite.
You have never seen that image tall.
There he is.
Oh God. The full thread of this is so funny.
Wait. That's a fourth image. That's a fourth image.
Oh no,
That's my tweet.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Wait, that's before even the actual tiny
I don't
guy?
even think those they actually. Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, can we go
Kyle.
through some of the rest of them? We just have to go.
No.
They're so.
Some of these guys I feel bad for.
Why would you pick that one? This is a regular one.
There's got to be a
But
video.
you see them up against normal dudes.
That's
they're
true.
not very tall.
Oh, I see what you're going for. Yeah. Remember, I did the blog about that guy. I said he was a war criminal.
tiny
that
guy
guy's probably
video
like
because
5'10".
him moving is shocking.
What, you think this guy's 5?
The guy next to
Oh, I see.
that photo we just saw.
We'll have to find that later because the tiny guy is incredible.
You know what the thing about the tiny guy is? He doesn't.
He's got the build of a
Yes,
taller
he looks
man.
normal, but he's just a tiny version of it.
Yeah, it's like you hit shift and
But he doesn't have like short arms. There's no indicators.
Perfectly proportioned.
yes, exactly. I like that picture of them with Shaquille O'Neal in the middle at the Lakers meet and greet.
That's Magic Johnson.
That's a great point. It's not 34. And PFT. Okay, so Carl's Jr. Tiny Guy versus Bruno Mars Cheah.
Damn. I mean, this is going to be an absolute landslide, but I love Bruno Mars. Big Bruno Mars. Not as big as Clem. I saw Bruno Mars perform. I was at the Super Bowl that he performed at, and that was like as big. I mean, he was already huge, but he became like a superstar at that point. Correct. But he's great. I mean, all of his stuff, even when he came out with the Uptown Funk a few years ago, like that was awesome, even though it's a Mark Ronson song. But yeah, Bruno Mars for me.
Bruno Mars. Nick.
Mark Ronson used to date Rashida Jones. I was so jealous.
That's Quincy Jones' daughter.
You know who else dated her?
Ezra Koenig.
I was gonna say John Favreau, not the director,
Oh, the
the
reporter?
speechwriter for Obama.
Wow.
Obama's head speechwriter, John Favreau.
He had a child with the singer of Vampire Weekend.
Is she?
Interesting.
That's Tupac's sister-in-law, correct? Like her sister dated or was married to Tupac? Or at least engaged,
I have no idea.
I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of connections there. Anyway, Nick.
Gotta go tiny guy. Everything about it is perfect. He's wearing like, just his outfit is so boyish. He's so small. He is. How many Hardy's tall is he? How many logos up is he? 2?
Let's pull him back
Two
up.
Carl.
It's 2.5 thick burgers.
That might be Carl Jr. Yeah.
He only made it 4 logos up. He barely
Oh.
got the 5th. Oh, Jesus. He's so tiny.
I need
Brandon.
more on him.
I need more information. How tall is Bruno Mars? Do we think
5'2".
Bruno Mars, I have it all.
5'4", 5'2"?
He's 5'5".
Okay.
He's not.
Oh, that means he's 5'4" then.
Take the under there.
He's probably 5'2".
And everything about him is small.
He's he's very delicate featured.
Oh,
I've never. What was that?
I mean, we can't confirm.
You want to bring up a point about his penis?
I feel like you did that.
I felt like you were fishing a little bit for
I
that.
don't think I was. Yeah, it's a tiny guy anyway.
It's tiny guy, Francis.
I mean, we're doing a bracket of the tiny guys, and what are we calling him?
You were calling him the tiny guy.
Sure. But to be honest with you, I, like Stephen Cheah, love Bruno Mars. I can't name many people in show business.
That's Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
It's Taylor Swift.
How do you not know what Bruno Mars looks like?
I know his music.
He did the halftime show.
Dude,
at the
he's
Super Bowl.
so talented.
I don't watch halftime shows.
Great voice.
He's somebody who, to me, has completely overcompensated for his height, lack of height. He seems huge.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Larger than life.
He's such a good dancer, such a great musician. Everyone likes him. That's hard. He's great. Love Bruno Mars. I think this other thing that you guys are talking about, this other being, is like some kind of a weird fucking, meme. Not a
You see how
person.
tiny he is?
Yeah, but
We're trying to find the best tiny guy.
You don't believe in his tininess.
You need to see him in
I don't think he's someone that anyone knows or is a thing. Is he?
Have you found the video? he's
we're
very
doing most
popular.
famous tiny.
This
guy.
isn't a fame.
No.
Best tiny. Who's the best at being a tiny guy?
Who's the best at being a tiny guy? It's not necessarily the most famous, but just who's the best.
Guy's just living his normal life.
Not at being a tiny guy, but the best tiny guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd argue that Bruno Mars. No one has been better at being small than Bruno Mars.
Prince
because-
was smaller.
Thank you. I was just about to ask that.
Prince was smaller than him.
Okay.
Prince is 5'2".
But
Was.
Prince is 5'2".
He could play ball.
Huh.
He could.
I'm still going with Bruno Mars. You guys can't talk me out of it. Bruno Mars.
Klemmer.
We didn't try to.
Yeah, Bruno Mars has good music. I wouldn't say I love Bruno Mars, but he has had a few good songs. This guy doesn't really do much for me. I think like Fran's made a good point. He's kind of like a meme. I'm not Bruno Mars. I mean, he's a talented guy.
Y'all need to see the picture again?
Yeah, I know. It's a short guy with two women. It's
Uptown
fine.
Funk was rated the #1 song of the 2010s
Really?
by Rolling Stone, I think.
That is a song that like encapsulates the 2010s.
I think
I
it
agree.
came out in 2011 as well. It was early.
Yeah.
It, like,
Uptown
just
Funk?
dominated.
I'd say
No.
it's the best song. Of
That was like
2010s.
2016.
I think it was earlier.
It's definitely.
I would put it at like 13.
Yeah, probably about
Oh.
13, 14.
I think it was 2011, and I think it
It was
dominated.
definitely before 16.
Entire decade.
I was living in New York.
Uptown Funk is a 2014 song.
Split the difference.
But
We
yeah,
were all right.
I don't think he's like the best. Uptown Funk's the best song of the 2010s, but I think that is one of the most defining of that era of music.
That's a song that when we have kids, they will like that song.
Yeah.
His halftime show was great.
It was a good
Was it,
halftime.
Drum solo.
Really strong.
So talented.
I'd like to see #1 songs by decade.
Yeah,
That'd be a fun list to look at.
that'd also be fun. KB,
What is this? The tiny guy is so tiny that you guys can't even accept him in your mind as a real person.
Yeah.
You could resort him to a meme or like internet trickery. That's a real man.
He's doing something.
He
right
is
now.
the tiny man. Jesus, and he's not. He looks like he's thick eyebrows. He looks like he's bulking. Or
Oh, that's
people
it.
are
Oh, yeah.
tall, so he's.
What's going on with your hand right now?
Yeah.
KB,
What?
what's going on with your hand right now? That is
get a zoom. Get a
completely on
zoom
your
on.
penis.
Oh no.
Don't move it. Don't move it.
Oh no, he's so.
Okay.
Very penis focused, this show.
I'm always penis focused, brother.
So you're going with a tiny guy. All right, Gooch. Actually, no. We'll have Spider since you just walked in. You get to tie break. Who do you think is the better tiny guy, Bruno Mars, or the tiny guy from the Carl's Jr. meet and greet? You have to see him if you haven't seen him before. He's right there.
Oh, I know who it is. What's up?
Got Spider on now to replace Francis, who has to go do something. But obviously, Spider, arguably the best tiny guy in all of Barstool.
Well, I mean, songs.
Well, no, okay. That's something else I want to include. I didn't include Za on this bracket because I thought he would immediately win. It would be a cheat.
So I wouldn't consider him a tiny guy.
There you go.
Za?
He's thick. He's dense.
Spider's tiny guy?
Broad.
Well, Simon Birch is more.
Tiny is
What would
not
you
just
consider
tiny.
me, KB?
You're a small man.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm not tiny.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give the win personally to Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Yes.
I don't even really fuck with him, but clearly everyone else does.
This tiny motherfucker here.
Just, I mean,
Is he saying that about me?
no, we're thinking about. Can you pull him up one more time, Gooch, before we say goodbye to him?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
lost him.
I do. Since we're talking about tiny things and Carl's Jr., I want to shout out the tiny tacos from there. They're really good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Never had them.
I don't think I've only been to Carl's Jr. like once.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. Wait, that's Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box.
This is
No, their
upsetting.
tacos are weird. They put the slice of American cheese on it.
No,
No, they're
you got to get the tiny ones. The
They're
big one,
very
the big
small.
ones, no good.
Okay. Would tiny guy from Carl's Jr. be able to hold it in one hand?
yeah, it'd be funny.
Just that guy holding a taco, would he has to hold
How
it?
old do you think that guy is?
In this picture,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he was 48.
it could be anything.
He really could be any age.
I'm
I
saying
have
right
no
there, he's
fucking
19
idea.
years old.
He could be 12 though.
Are you sure Bruno Mars is better than this man?
This
Oh, yes.
yeah, Gooch. This is
absolutely.
Gooch, I'm
insane.
trying to find the video.
Well, I don't
right
even
now.
know how this. This is the
That's
one
the thing.
scene.
You guys see him walk
Just
away and he does
not
this
even
little
sure.
wave.
I'm not even-
Just so we're clear, my vote would have been for the Carl's Jr. tiny.
Yeah.
He was my 1 seed.
And in
Guys,
fact,
I'm not
he's
sure
the size
he is
of
a
one
man.
seed.
He's a kid. He's an adolescent.
That's a grown man.
I don't know if it is.
Guy has.
what do you mean? It's
He could be any age.
Yeah, he could be 12.
he looks like a semi-attractive sitcom character.
Yeah, he does.
Guy looks like Josh Radnor from.
Yeah, like,
He's the
develop Frankie
oldest
Muniz.
brother of Malcolm in the Middle.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
He's not in
that's
the
a good
middle.
call.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's true.
Hold
The
on,
bottom.
you guys.
See if you could find that video. Anyway, we have our 1 seed versus our chain game. We can do the chain game first. The very first one.
I forgot about my number 1 seed, so I'll add it to this.
Perfect. Okay, so the first one up, this is one of Nick's entries. It would have hit a little bit better if Tommy was here, but any dude standing next to Tommy's shore girl.
That was my submission.
One of Tommy's looks like
I
6'3"
Yeah,
ladies
yeah.
that he's with at the shore. You also put the pregnant man emoji.
Yeah, he's a tiny little guy, but the pregnant guy. Why, buddy, pregnant?
Yeah, why buddy pregnant? The Indian in the cupboard.
That's good.
He's the Guardian, but yeah.
Well, he is the Indian in the cupboard, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so Indian in the cupboard. You also put Tiny Elvis, Brandon.
Tiny Elvis from Saturday Night Live skit, Nicolas Cage, I
that's
believe.
Elvis.
But I didn't think, I knew Klemmer might get it, but I didn't think anybody else would get it. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
Tiny
skit.
Elvis.
It's like, look at this
Radio knob.
Look at this lamp is so big. Look at this,
It's huge.
so much salt in there. I almost sounded like you there.
It also wasn't a very good skit, but I was aware of it.
Yeah. Donnie from the Wild Thornberries, one of KB's favorite characters. Very small little man.
Yeah.
White Sox Dave made the list, as well as he's 5'4", by the way. Again, I have the heights of everyone in here. 5'4". Nadu also on the list. Joe Pesci at 5'4",
King.
and then lastly Krillin from Dragon Ball Z.
Hell yeah.
Krillin. I don't know how many. I think it might just be me and Nick that.
Yeah,
have
me
There are so many
too.
cartoon characters in here.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
I wonder that every week.
There's a lot of. There's a lot of good short characters.
I mean, there's a lot of, like, Mario's a very short video game character. Sonic the Hedgehog is short. What the hell?
You think Mario would win? And Sonic's not even like really a.
It's a hedgehog. That's not a
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's like average size for
guy.
hedgehog.
Well, what was the guy you just said?
Krillin. He's a man.
He's a man?
Yeah, he doesn't have a nose, but he's still a man.
How's a man not have a nose?
Many like different backstories have been made about it. Like no one understands it.
What happens if he sneezes?
I honestly have no idea. I don't think he ever has. He marries an android girl and then uses a wish to make her real, right? I feel like Gucci would know better than me.
I don't
remember
know.
correctly.
He
Android
ends
18.
up with like all the hot girls.
He does get all the hot girls. He's a very tiny dude too.
He doesn't have a nose?
Does not have. I can show you a picture of Krillin. He also has a tattoo on his head.
Can we get a little Wayne in here?
He can actually grow hair. He has a full head of hair by the end of the series.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, he was just shaving it the whole time.
Here's Krillin.
He dies a lot.
He dies a lot.
See?
Constantly getting brought
Dragon
back to
Ball Z.
life.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, getting brought back to life all the time. But he always takes one for the team. Great team
Is he
player.
like the Kenny of a Dragon Ball Z.
Kind of, except he's more constructive. He does a lot more for the team.
I got the tiny guy video.
At the tiny guy video,
Huge. I'm texting it over to the group.
beautiful. We're gonna
Sorry,
It's going to
sorry to
change any
disrupt.
votes?
May.
we will go back to it if we can. I'll go through the list again while Gooch pulls it up. And again, any dude standing next to Tommy Shore Girl, the pregnant man emoji, the Indian in the cupboard, Tiny Elvis, Donnie from the Wild Thornberries, White Sox Dave, Joe Pesci, Krillin from Dragon Ball Z, and Jeff, the Broadmaster Nadu.
I don't think Nadu gets enough credit for how tiny he is.
He's
Tremendously short human being.
yeah. It always shocks me every time I see him.
Wait, what's KB's? KB's entering one, right?
Can
Oh, yeah.
I? Right
Yeah, enter it
now?
in.
Oh, he'll win it all.
Oh wait, so I forgot to put in one of yours. Okay,
We don't have to do the real people.
I do want to do
Don't-
one of the real people.
Oh my god, I just copied the link. I found the link to the little guy video and it was posted on r/anuspod. I had no idea. I've never seen. Oh, that's awesome.
We have the video up, Gooch.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He's real.
Take a look.
Look how nervous.
Oh no, he's kind of attractive.
Yeah.
He's not a bad looking
I
guy.
think he's a kid.
That's a little.
No.
Not a
That's a
kid.
little.
No.
Oh, no.
That's a fucking
he
little
goes.
kid, man.
No.
Kid,
no.
yeah.
Absolutely not.
That's a grown man. It just happens to be.
You guys want to believe it's a grown man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's part of it. Oh,
Mine is Coxall Baba. He is the tiny man.
pull him up, Gooch. This is a great guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's kind of like
He's a
Hasbulla.
Turkish.
Yeah.
No, but he's
What's his name?
more of a man.
He sent it in the chat, the video. I don't know if that'll help or not, but it is. He's basically like Hasbulla. Like he just goes around trying to punch
But
people.
he is way more of a man. Hasbulla looks
like
like
a
a
baby.
baby, a toddler, a 20-month-year-old.
Is this
Coxall
Hasbulla's-
Baba looks like a grown man.
What's his name?
Coxall Baba.
It's just.
This guy looks like my barber.
Oh.
Oh my god. He's so small.
He's known. He's
I-
internationally known as a
don't know what
as
this
a
is.
bully.
He's a menace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
beating
I've
up the
seen
guys in
this guy.
Turkey. I saw one of him dealing with the Turkish ice cream man which is
Yeah.
those Turkish ice cream dudes. I would be so frustrated with those, where they just keep flipping it, keep flipping the thing so that you can't get the ice
Where
cream.
does that guy live?
Turkey.
That makes sense.
Yeah, hope he's doing okay after the earthquakes and all that. Anyway, so Coxel Baba, but also we have one wrestler, right? Gucci, you have that picture pulled up?
Rey Mysterio?
Is it Justin Riggs?
Justin Riggs.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Yes. So he was a force at 103 pounds all 4 years of high school. Won 3 West Virginia state titles.
Is he dwarven?
I wrestled him my freshman year. I was terrified. Because he always had the face of and head of a much older man.
Yeah,
And did he beat you?
No, but I only won 10-8.
Damn.
he was born next to a nuclear power plant. That's
Yeah,
an
must
IQ
have
of
been.
2. He is just a mountain man.
Mhm.
That is-
He's kind of jacked.
He's very jacked.
Kinda,
Yeah.
bro.
Beat up
What?
any of
That's
us.
what he looked like since 5th grade.
Okay, so we'll go through. Or actually, no, we don't need to go through again. KB, you go first, and it's going up against our number 1 seed.
Do you guys see these before like the show? Like
No.
no one sees
No,
these.
no.
Okay,
Submit
all right.
your own answers.
Yeah.
I know, but no one gets the full. Okay.
No one gets it. Only
All
me.
right, all right.
So this is all going up against the number 1 seed, probably the most replied with answer, Vern Troy. Vern Troy, rest in peace.
Mini-me.
Mini-Me, yeah,
He's dead?
he is dead. He'd been dead for a while. Been dead for like a decade.
Mhm.
Shit.
Mini-Me, one of the greatest tiny characters. Obviously, Vern Troy, 2'8", by the way. Vern Troy.
Wow.
2-8?
Are we picking the
Wow.
Cheah game? Or are we doing the?
This is number 1 seed. is
Who's
Vern
going up
Troy.
against Vern Troyer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So who to go up against Vern Troy? So we'll go. I'll give you the options again. Any dude standing next to Tommy's shore girl.
Oh man, she was. I think her head eclipsed the awning at the Stone Pony. Like it went over. I don't know if you know what that means.
She sat up and like a slide whistle played. The pregnant man emoji. The Indian in the
I'm going with Baba.
with Baba. Okay, Coxel Baba. Klemmer.
Joe Pesci won an Oscar. Like he.
The great speech too.
Again, you
just
guys
fall
don't-
for
you guys are just going who's the most accomplished.
fall
who's
for
the-
accomplishments.
Who's the best
I mean-
successfully?
I mean, I feel like we've already like broken a record for like most inside jokes in a podcast.
No, but a lot of it has to do with how tiny of a man this person is. This is the bracket.
You need to get
It's
into.
not like who-
No, it's the best tiny man. That's not how it was phrased to me.
Yeah, as in who's the best tiny man? Joe Pesci is
Who's the
he's
best
the best actor.
tiny man.
Not the best man who happens.
He's
to be
not
tiny.
that's not his
I
identifier.
can see
Man.
both sides to this.
No, no,
I'd
no.
argue
This is not how I look at it.
People
at all.
discuss
This is
Joe
this is
Pesci.
the greatest tiny man.
They think actor. They don't. He doesn't. Tiny man isn't in his bio.
Oh, but when I think short people, he's one of the first people that come to mind. He's a great Casino, Goodfellas. I mean, what are we doing here? Joe Pesci. I mean, this is silly.
One for Joe. He's 5'4", by the way. I had that.
This
was too tall.
And then we can just who is like the world leaders? Who are the richest men who are under 5'7"? That's what we're doing.
No, but some of those world leaders might be evil. As far as I know, Joe Pesci's a good man.
How tall is Tom Cruise?
Joe Pesci,
then-
not a great dude. Just to
I
throw
mean,
that.
name an actor. They're all.
Is Joe Pesci?
All actors are
good dude?
short.
I mean,
My
Al Pacino's like 5'4".
He was on my list. I don't know if he's made
Yeah.
this, but
When you see Joe Pesci, you're not like that's a tiny man. You might be like that's a short.
There's
guy.
one actor that I submitted that is tiny as an identifier, I think.
Yep.
I'm not going to reveal any names.
Sure.
But yeah, so you're going to go with Joe Pesci.
yes,
Spider.
You know what? I'm Team Klemmer here.
thank you.
Okay.
You going with Joe Pesci?
I fucking love Joe Pesci.
What's your favorite Joe Pesci movie?
It's none of those. You
Really?
guys are you're gonna clown me.
It's Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's not
No,
wrong.
it's not
Home
bad.
Alone's a
Okay,
great
bad.
movie.
All right. Well, that's what put me on to Joe Pesci, and then I really took a affinity to him. I see a lot of myself in him. We got the same personality. We're both short Italian kings. So shout out Joe Pesci. Big fan of his.
Caused a lot of delays making Home Alone because he refused to give up his 9 a.m. tea time. He did it every single day.
Back to my thing. He's a stubborn short king.
So to add on to that, my grandpa was an advisor on Goodfellas and Casino, and he said the only person he didn't get along with the entire set was Joe Pesci. He's like, no, he's just an asshole. Brandon,
That hurts.
Give me the options again.
let's go. Any dude standing next to Tommy's shore girlfriend,
Yeah.
pregnant man emoji, the Indian in the cupboard, Tiny Elvis, Donnie from the Wild Thornberries, White Sox Dave, Jeff Nadeau, Joe Pesci, Krillin,
I'm gonna vote for Jeff Nadeau.
Jeff
I
Nadeau.
don't think he gets enough love for how incredibly, just really short he is. He has the broad stealing thing, he has the gambling thing, the Rico thing, but no, he's just a tiny man.
Yeah, that's true. Nick,
You said Donnie Thornberry was on here?
Johnny Thornberry is on here.
Now, he's a tiny man voiced by a tiny man. Flea.
Is he really?
Flea is small.
He's a double tiny man.
Double tiny man.
How tall is Flea?
And Flea, 5'4", probably 5'6".
That's Flea's voice. You don't use Flea's body for this. You just use his voice.
Right.
But that character is, she sees 5'6". Yeah.
So small man, accomplished. I'm going Donnie Thornberry.
Donnie Thornberry.
See, Kyle, accomplished.
I like that. Jay.
I was kind of leaning Joe Pesci, but then hearing he's a huge asshole kind of.
He might just see my.
It's just KenJac.
I've heard
My
that.
grandpa might just not get along. I really don't know.
I don't want to say this is a burn vote, but this was what I was going to vote for most of the time until I heard all this pro Joe Pesci propaganda. But the girl standing next to Tommy, or whoever's standing next to Tommy's girlfriend, I think that's
Yeah, you're gonna look tiny.
Yeah.
You're gonna look rough.
You have
He's dating Barron Trump now.
And she still dwarfs him. Okay, so the winner is going to be Joe Pesci.
Yes.
Gonna get out of there and play Vern Troyer.
That's over for Joe Pesci.
Jay,
Shouldn't be.
Vern Troyer versus Joe
Honestly.
Pesci.
Question: was Vern Troyer Kid Rock's guy too? No, right?
Joe C.
Oh, it's Joe
Joe C. Right. Okay.
He should have been on.
Joe to the C, ho.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna.
One of these guys is 2'8". The other guy is 5'4".
Is this just purely numbers?
guy has an
Are we just
Oscar.
going purely numbers. If we're going to the shortest guy in the world, then yeah, probably Vern Troyer.
Why even have the bracket? We could
It's
just have a
not-
measuring
exactly.
It's not the measuring stick. I'm just saying,
Exactly.
keep that in mind when you're voting for the best.
I feel like there's a lot of swaying going on in this episode, which
It's
that's
mostly
part of,
Klemmer.
that's the fun. That's the
mostly
fun
Klemmer.
of the bracket.
He's politicking over there.
I'm going Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
And he won you over. He worked.
One for Pesci. Nick.
What else has Troyer been in? Because I don't think I liked Mini as a character.
He fucked a model. The Stern Show covered it,
He fucked a model?
or a porn star.
Let's see.
Got some head and fucked.
Oh yeah.
Remember being like 12 listening to that,
You're listening to him fuck?
to this segment where they talked about it.
Let's see. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Oh, that was Heath Ledger's last movie.
The Love Guru. Let's see. Where's
Was it also Vern Troyer's last movie?
his last movie?
Is it a
Was
cursed movie?
what the fuck? No, this can't be right. It had to be. Okay, it was Trailer Park Boys, Drunk, High, and Unemployed, live in Austin. But Keith
Forget
Lemon, the
that
film-
classic.
Yeah, I don't. He played Dr. Freak with a P in Bubble Boy. He was a band member in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and then Austin Powers, and then a couple other movies before that. Nothing that great. Volcano. He was in Volcano.
Mhm.
That's a movie you would like.
He was in the Onion Volcano at a hibachi. Yeah, I guess Troyer doesn't really do it for me. Yeah, he's 2'8", but I'll go Pesci here. But I don't celebrate Klemmer. I'm not pro Pesci like you are.
Your sons of bitches. One guy, his entire claim to fame is playing a character called Mini Me.
I don't
Made
understand.
me
Everything
uncomfortable. He humped legs.
Everything about his entire persona is about how small he is. In none of Joe Pesci's movies did they even allude to the fact that he's small. He like
Let's
was-
advance Joe Pesci again.
he was never.
The whole thing with Daniel Stern. He was
Joe Pesci isn't a tiny man.
Bandits is one
That's
thing
not
all
his
one short.
thing.
never
Oh, yeah.
used his tininess as a character
never,
trait.
Never.
He absolutely did.
He was slightly shorter than Danny Glover in Gone Fishing, and that you can't even tell he's short.
But why is Pesci in here and not like Danny DeVito? He's much shorter than Joe Pesci.
Danny DeVito should be the one.
I tried to get Danny DeVito. I don't know if it.
I wrote him in,
I
too.
wrote him in.
Say,
So now we're talking about Joe Pesci, who never played a character that was identified by how small he was. He was just a
He was
character.
never. He's not
He's a
petite.
great actor, fine actor. Not for the. If we were doing best actors, maybe we have a discussion. Vern Troyer is only famous because he was Mini Me.
Don't you think that's like arguing against him in a way?
No,
though
no.
it's
This is
he's
best
one
tiny man.
dimensional.
Look at his.
Yes, thank you, Spike.
Look at his
One dimensional.
notoriety.
Producers of Austin Powers said, we
All he can
have
do.
to have
Oh,
a tiny
Pesci
man.
could do any role.
The producers of Austin Powers needed a tiny man. They found Vern
Yeah,
Troyer.
and that's all he was
Imagine
known
Joe
for.
Pesci in the role of Mini Me.
wouldn't work.
Wouldn't work. Troyer.
It would've worked better.
Troyer.
Character kind of sucked.
Probably like an inch shorter than Michael Myers.
He's 2'8". They found a man the size of a microwave to be a movie star.
And he got famous. He had a career based on that.
To be a movie star. And he starred in one of like the One of the cult classics.
You're going with somebody who's just
Yeah.
You're
Show
going
me
with somebody who's
something
just short.
What's 2'8" around here? I can't even fathom it.
That trash can is more than 2'8".
Way more.
That's less than a yard. Yeah, he's inches.
He wouldn't
Fourth
get
and
first
inches.
down. If he laid down, he wouldn't get
Yeah, he's not even a yard. He's inches. And he's a star.
This is one of my
He's
favorite.
fourth in inches. Oh my god.
32 inches long.
One of him trying to pull his turkey in.
Oh, he's trying to bring a turkey inside.
So I gotta zoom this in for you.
He's like
Look at that
the size
picture.
of a
Y'all are voting
football
against that guy
turkey.
for Tiny Man.
Look at that. That's
That's a turkey.
That's a great photo.
He's not the best tiny man.
He can't even hold a
Joe
turkey.
Pesci is not a tiny. I don't even think Joe Pesci should be
is
in this.
Is Joe Pesci tiny?
He's not small
tiny.
in weight. He's
5'4".
And he has a big presence. Like Joe Pesci should not be a tiny man.
You don't think Joe Pesci has a big presence?
You just said he did.
That's exactly what he said. So you're going with Vern Troyer. Spider.
No, fuck what Brandon's saying. It's Joe Pesci still.
I'm switching to Vern Troyer. He's fourth in inches. Is what?
That is a great line. But he's fucking one-dimensional too at the same time.
Dude, you boo.
That's what the
you-
show is.
You boo your team if they don't go for Vern Troyer. You call the coach a pussy.
It really, here's what it comes down to for me. It's like which movies do I prefer, and I'm picking Joe Pesci's movie.
Joe Pesci, you're punting every time.
Every time.
Surrender index. This guy didn't go for it.
Inside
Brandon
Vern
Staley's
Troyer.
such a pussy.
Inside one Vern Troyer, which said 99% of.
Saquon Barkley doesn't average Joe Pesci, but like the worst quarterback of all time averages Vern Troyer.
Okay, Klemmer.
Yeah, like
It's 2-2.
I know how it's gonna go. It's not gonna go my way. It's fine.
Well, if you could vote Pesci and he just votes Troyer, you're
Goose
tied
is
up.
gonna vote for Vern Troyer.
don't
It's fine. But here's my spiel on Vern Troyer. So like Mini Me is a great concept. The character sucks. Like the actual when it actually was played out, like I don't know if it was Vern's fault, the script. It's not that great. Like you said, there's a lot of humping legs. It's very.
How would you fix Mini-Me?
I mean, the
What do
idea.
you think they were going for?
I think it was a high concept.
I always felt like he was like one of the weaker parts of the Austin Powers.
He's 2'8". He's weak as fuck. He can barely speak.
Yeah, I'm going. I mean, Joe
He's-
Pesci's a great. I mean, I don't know. I get maybe I'm looking at this from a different point of view, but I'm looking at the greatest short people, the greatest tiny people, and to me,
Tiny man.
Pesci is one of the greatest tiny men ever. Who's on my list I gave
But
you.
we gotta. If we're just doing greatness in small packages, we gotta revisit this whole thing.
It's tiny man.
Napoleon's got to come in. We got to bring a bunch of
Every
people
single guy that
I'd rather see Napoleon than some guy from the Thornberries I never heard of. I mean,
He didn't make it.
Boomer ass.
He didn't make it. KB.
Come on, yeah, Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer, so it's going to come down to Gooch.
Man, think about all those Academy Awards Joe Pesci won, and they are just useless here because it's Vern Troyer.
what I tell you. See, I mean,
What is the size of an actual Oscar?
It's about a third of a Troy.
Yeah.
The other side, number 11 seed. You just mentioned him, Napoleon.
Okay.
One of the most famously.
Oh, so what do we know? So he is on there. So
I
it is a bad
I didn't know
accomplishment.
that. I didn't know that.
He's
Want to change your vote now?
No.
He's included. I want to note when you factor in him being a tiny. He was very short. He was. I'll double check to make sure the height's right. 5'5". Managed to take over most of Europe.
I heard that was propaganda and he wasn't actually
just made
that
it shorter than
Oh,
his
even
actual-
if he was
hear that
5'5" back then, it was probably pretty average.
Not that
He was
short.
shorter than
Yeah.
than average.
Oh, so maybe it was
No.
propaganda that, yeah, they said he was super tiny.
Yeah. I think he's 5'5".
5'5", they went the other way.
Yeah.
What?
No, so
When they said he's 5'5", he was actually like 5'1". They were just lying.
He might have been 5'5", and they said he was 5 foot. To
I think people were saying that he's just tiny, he's short, he's tiny.
he also lost and got exiled to St. Helens Island and got his dick cut off and preserved.
He got his dick cut off?
Yeah. When he died, they cut his dick and balls off and they preserved it in pickle juice or something. And you can go and see it to this day wherever.
You can go see Napoleon's dick and balls today.
Does he have a hog or what?
Nah, it's been.
I don't think anybody's gonna have a hog in a
What's
fucking
this?
pickled jar.
Yeah,
200-year-old pickled penis.
Yeah, it's no good. So Napoleon is going up against number
Point,
6 seed.
Steven.
You guys will probably like him, Muggsy Bogues.
Oh,
Yeah, thought about him. Yeah.
Muggsy, 5'3",
Yeah.
playing basketball at a high level.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
starter.
I think there's
Right.
only one guy under 6 feet in the NBA right now.
Currently,
Who?
I don't know, but I just think it's
I would not have put Muggsy as the short basketball.
Spud Webb.
I would have put Spud Webb.
Me too.
He won a
He's
dunk
taller. He's
contest.
5'8",
Yeah, he's like 5'7", but he won a dunk contest.
Yeah.
5'3".
Yeah, 5'3". Now he was
Starting in
tiny.
the NBA.
I've been watching a lot of mid '90s sports movies lately. Don't ask. And Muggsy shows up. Muggsy was kind of.
we see
He
a
was
lot
in
of
Space
Muggsy.
Jam, wasn't he?
He was in Space Jam. He was in Eddie, Whoopi Goldberg's basketball movie that everybody loves.
Great name.
He was in Forget Paris, where Billy Crystal was an NBA ref.
Ooh.
Muggsy had a profile.
Yeah.
Who's he up against? Napoleon?
Up against Napoleon.
Oh, this is a big time first round matchup.
Napoleon Bonaparte. KB.
So this is where Muggsy Bogues would come into play because he played in the NBA at 5'3". I don't know what the equivalent is.
In the world stage of
In war?
years.
Average. That is insane.
Mhm.
Napoleon, I don't even think he was 5'5".
I'm going to guess the average height in the NBA is average 6'7".
I'd take
might
the
be-
over.
You got your 6-footers and your 7-footers and
No,
6'7",
way
6'8".
under. Way under.
I was gonna say
What?
like
Way under. What are you
No, it's
talking
not
about?
way under.
How's it way under?
What's like the average point guard, the average shortest player?
I mean,
6'3".
between 6 foot and
And there's
6'3".
A lot of guys that are 6'9", 6'10".
I think that's a good
I would
average.
think- yeah, it's a
height-
great average.
Average height of NBA players.
What do you think it is,
Four.
Jay?
Whoa.
6.
I would have said 6'4", 6'5".
The average NBA player is 6'4"?
You got centers that are 6'10" now. Yeah.
That's very tall.
So what's the opposite of that? Do you think there's a lot of people 5'10", 5'9"?
There's a lot of like 6-footers, 6'1".
Watch an NBA team come on. There's going to be 2 or 3 shorter guys. The rest are going to be trees.
Okay, that was wrong.
6'6". No, it wasn't
6'6".
crazy off. Okay, so Napoleon versus
Go on Muggsy Bogues, yeah.
Muggsy Bogues, more impressive. Klemmer?
I don't think Napoleon was that short. Kind of like what Nick was saying. There's been a lot of talk that Napoleon actually wasn't small, and it was a lot of propaganda. So I'm going to go with Muggsy Bogues here.
What proof do we have of his height, lack thereof, or whatever?
Like his body.
Oh,
We don't have it. We just have
Yeah, we have his tomb.
according to pre-metric system French measures, he was a diminutive 5'2".
Damn.
So my original measure,
How did France let themselves be?
Well, he was like winning battles.
yeah, he beat the shit out of all of Europe.
He was great strategic. Like he had great strategy.
fucked up in Russia?
Yeah.
I mean,
He went in winner.
yeah, he went winner. He's the first one to make the mistake, and then
I'll take your guys' word for it.
I don't know if we'll ever have a president under 6 feet again.
it'll be tough.
Like we've only had
Like
we've had some shorties.
Yeah,
James Madison,
Yeah, the
5'4".
1800s, but not,
Martin Van Buren, 5'6".
not in the television age, though.
yeah.
No.
Kind of tall looking. So you're going with Muggsy Bogues or Napoleon Dynamite or
Oh, I'm sorry, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues?
How tall was Delano Roosevelt at the end?
4'4".
Yeah.
If you
Not very
consider
tall at
wheelchair.
all.
Easy one for me. I'm going Muggsy. I don't know. Anyone can manage being small. Like, you know, all you got to do is just tell people what to do. So strategy, you can kind of just be like an armchair manager. Whereas if you're 5'3" and in the fucking NBA, clearly you're freak athletic, 1 in a million person. So I wish I got to see Muggsy Bogues. It's Muggsy Bogues easily for me. Fuck Napoleon.
Fuck Napoleon.
Fuck him. Suck a dick,
I
Napoleon.
think we're all being flippant about Napoleon's accomplishments.
Suck his own.
He took over Europe.
Is that? I don't even know. Like,
French behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he
Wildly
didn't take the English or he took the French.
yeah. To be
dominated
fair,
Europe.
I don't know what he did.
It's
So.
like winning a national title at Gonzaga. I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah.
But Muggsy,
When it comes to war, I don't think height is as much an advantage as NBA.
but commanding the respect of an entire world is something.
I can't
Also,
freak
like,
out without
And on
being accused of being him.
On the other side, Muggsy though, Muggsy not only was an iconic player, he was also cute as a button. Just a devilishly handsome little guy. This is tight.
Something I just realized that we should put in Napoleon's favor is the fact that anytime a short dude has an attitude, they call it Napoleon.
Yeah. I feel like that's against him.
You think that's
that's a
against him?
negative.
The fact that
That's a
something
negative.
so,
He has a complex named after him. That's a positive.
but the fact that like a
bad
short
one.
guy complex is named after him.
He was so small he had to conquer a continent for pussy.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like that's a pro for
Plus,
Napoleon.
okay, Muggsy had a year where he was top 3 in assists and led the league and not turned the ball over. So I'm going to go Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues gonna win, but Nick?
I mean, if you wore teal in the 90s, everybody likes you.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he has that picture next to Manute Bowl,
Oh, it's a great one. With
like the
basketballs.
4 basketballs. Yeah.
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 Muggsy Bogues. Jay.
My favorite basketball player growing up, Larry Johnson. I was a Hornets fan very briefly, and his best friend, Muggsy Bogues. So I'm going Muggsy.
I didn't realize they were friends.
Oh, yeah, dude, they'd like hug in the middle of the game. It was kind of weird, actually.
All NBA
Back.
players do that.
They were both in Eddie.
Yeah.
They were both in
Oh.
Eddie. Yeah.
Shout out to Muggsy Bogues. Clean sweep. First of this bracket so far. Next up, 3 seed versus 14 seed. 3 seed, we already mentioned him once. Prince, 5'2".
And the ultimate ladies man, the coolest fucking dude.
The coolest, one of the coolest dudes, one of the best musicians, one of the best singers, one of the best everythings, and 5'2", and a great basketball player. He's going up as number 14 seed. This one went by the wayside, this guy, I would say. But he was one of the more enduring viral videos for a long time, and it's the Bagel Boss dude.
Oh yeah.
He's just an asshole.
He's an asshole. I'm not saying he's not an asshole. His entire defining trait was that he was a tiny dude, and he made a big fucking stink about the fact that like women would unmatch him for being 5 foot.
I just loved in his video where he would look up at guys and he would be tough and he'd do this whole.
are you doing?
That was the best.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
You're not God or my father or whatever that line was.
Yeah. But what a real piece of shit humor.
Oh, total piece of shit. Jay, Bagel Boss versus Prince.
Prince has one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows ever.
Agree.
I would argue the best.
In the Rain. I working at Planet Smoothie as a teen, I named my first smoothie after him, Purple Rain.
You got to name your own smoothies at Planet Smoothie?
It was an off-menu thing.
What was the ingredients of the Purple Rain?
It was blueberries, grape juice, frozen vanilla yogurt, strawberries, water, ice.
Sounds good.
Didn't want to go with raspberry beret. Might be an easier.
All right, relax, Klemmer.
I'm just saying. Isn't that
He
not?
knows his fruits.
Is that not?
He knows his Prince songs.
Raspberry also a very tart taste. So
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry.
Done Little Red Corvette with
respect the
strawberries or something.
science.
Could've been-
So I'm gonna go
Little Red Sorbet.
Ah, damn, that would have been so good.
Yeah.
All right, one for Prince.
one for
Nick.
Prince.
Prince, I mean, he had the deck stacked against him. 5'2". One of the best guitar players. Smooth as fuck. He made purple cool.
Yeah.
He had a name. He's like, nah, I'm Prince. He chose a one-word name. Prince is the man.
What's Prince's real name? I don't know. It's Prince.
No.
It's Prince Rogers Nelson, more known anonymously as Prince. His real name is
He was born as
He was
Prince?
born a king.
His parents knew.
Despite his name being
I had no
Prince.
idea.
Didn't
Prince
he get his
Roger.
name like legally changed into a symbol?
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Does have a cool symbol
It
too.
was like
You
the
could add that.
female symbol with like the... Yeah, that was cool.
Then he was the artist formerly known as Prince, and then it was
Yes.
Prince again.
That's so cool.
Brandon.
All right, I'm just be honest. If we were just doing a bracket best people that ever lived, Prince would almost win it for me. So he's going to win this one with ease.
With ease.
He made Minneapolis cool.
He's a famous black person from Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's not even possible.
Spider.
Listen, you guys are all saying facts, but I'm gonna take the Bagel Boss guy just because, like you said, I'll go on the opposite side of what I did for Joe Pesci. He's a guy whose whole fucking image is just being the short dude, and like you said, he's hysterical when he goes like this and just puffs his chest out to people like 3x his size. When he brought up how the women are unmatching with him on Tinder and shit, like it was everyone else's fault that this guy was born short, and it was just hysterical.
The fact that was his go-to in an argument.
Yeah, like anyone else would care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like completely unrelated to whatever their
Exactly.
beef was, and he had to bring it up. He just had to vent it.
Yeah, so for that reason, I'm going Bagel Boss guy.
He got put down like a sick dog too. Like he had.
It was quick. It was fast. Yeah.
He got thrown.
It was
down.
perfect. Yeah.
Clemmer.
The only thing Prince ever did wrong was Purple Rain the movie, which is a horrible movie.
Bad movie. Yeah.
Other than that, Prince is.
He had a fentanyl overdose as well.
Yes, that didn't go well either. So he, 2 strikes. But other than that, Prince, amazing. Like I said, Brandon, like one of the greatest people who ever. So Prince, easily.
He had a great cameo in the Animaniacs as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
It was a really good joke where the Animaniacs were like trying to solve a crime. They were like, "We got a fingerprints," and he pops up and goes, "Ooh."
And that was a top 5 Chappelle Show sketch.
Oh my God!
3 maybe?
Top 1.
him and Mickey Free.
Well, I mean, the Wayne Brady sketch was
I liked the
the
Prince.
racial draft.
Racial draft is.
Clayton
Do you know
Bigsby.
black people?
Yeah.
Very funny.
I mean, it's a bunch of great ones.
Prince was one for me.
Yeah. Rick James
Black Bush.
Served us pancakes.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
kept sending
Cleanse your spirit in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
these.
Last time I'm not on your team.
That was so quoted.
Yeah. KB.
Yeah, but again, like I think Prince, if you look at just a solo picture of him, he kind of has the frame of a tall man.
Look at him holding a guitar. It's like
I guess I never really saw him like that.
He's almost always on stage next to women.
Mhm.
Like he never would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he's too successful. They're like the Bagel Boss is the epitome of tiny man to me, so he gets my vote.
He's the tiniest man.
Well said, KB.
Prince is going to move on.
It's like what I was trying to say.
That's what you said.
Next, we have the 10 seed versus the 7. 10 seed, I think maybe unfairly maligned as being a very short dude. He's not. I think he's like 5'7" or something. Let's see. 5'6". He's 5'6". Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, one of the short. He is a short dude. There's no getting around it. I don't know if I define him as a tiny guy, though. But he was replied with a lot, so I had to include him. Versus the number 7 seed, Wee Man. Multiple different, I guess they're all MTV shows, right? That whole crew of shows. Wee Man, very funny from Jackass and beyond. KB, Wee Man versus Tom Cruise.
See, Wee Man isn't tiny enough for me. He's too thick.
His name is Wee Man.
He's too thick.
See, Wee Man is 4 foot.
That's pretty tiny.
Yeah, dude, I'm putting emphasis on tiny here.
You go with bulk.
No.
Bulk impresses you.
No. I'm going for this. I'm going tiny all around.
Yeah, and includes weight being low, I think is what he's trying to, right? Yeah, like you were saying, you wouldn't include Zaw.
So I'm going to pick Wee Man. It's Tom Cruise. No. He's just short.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Klemmer?
I mean, I guess this goes into back to that semantics thing. It's like short, tiny. To me, the first person I think of, whether it's fair or unfair, like when you say short person or like is Tom Cruise. Like I don't know if it's because he's so famous or what. Wee Man, though, I really respect his courage. Like those jackass things he does is remarkable. It is tiny though, not short. If you say tiny, I don't necessarily think of Tom Cruise. So I'm gonna go Wee Man here.
Another one for Wee Man.
That goes against your logic on the other one. You're not being consistent.
Listen, I'm fine with that.
I'm trying to be fair here.
I'll go Tom Cruise for the reasons that Klemmer listed.
All right, good. I don't mind.
Also, like, yeah, when you say short, like celebrities, I feel like Tom Cruise is right at the list of people you think of. Yeah. Whereas, like, Wee Man, obviously he's short, but that's almost like
his name is Wee Man. It's
like I don't know. You know what you're getting in a way.
Yeah, I will note for the counterpoint, the entire like Wee Man doing all the crazy stunts, like Tom Cruise. This dude's some of the craziest stunts in the world.
It's very fair.
Yeah, insane stunts. Brandon?
You know what's amazing about Tom Cruise is he's 5'6", whatever, and I think in a world where like women would say, or people would think the idea of male beauty is like, I don't know, 5'10", 6 foot, whatever. He was just 5'6" and like a sex symbol in the 80s and the 90s. Like women fucking loved him.
That's how handsome.
That's how handsome he is. And he plays big character. He plays a fighter pilot.
Yep.
And
He's short to be a fighter pilot.
I thought you had to be big.
Really
it's in
tall.
the cockpit.
I thought you had to be short. Yeah,
you had to be tall.
No, you got tall.
Got a lot of
Ted
tall
Williams
guys are
is
fighter
really,
pilots.
yeah.
Be tall, blonde headed. You got to be like iron jawed.
Short.
My cousin-in-law is like 6'5", and he's actually a Top Gun, like fighter pilot. And he's they're really tall.
Guys.
Wow.
I always think about pilots you see at the airport. They're never short. Pilots are always tall.
You don't want a short pilot on your plane.
You don't see them. They don't exist.
I'm torn because
You see Tom Cruise's middle tooth?
No,
yeah.
so misaligned.
I'm going to go Wee Man. I mean, it's Wee Man. That's his name.
You see this?
His tooth
No, and I don't
direct
wanna-
center of his head.
He had his top row of teeth fixed, but they kind of misaligned it.
Yeah.
It was the middle of his teeth.
Yeah.
They kind of misaligned it, dude. It's like an inch off.
Yeah.
It's like
He's so good looking.
He's so good looking.
Very handsome.
And I think he's kind of cool.
it's like straight
I
down
know he had-
the middle of his foot. His teeth.
Yeah.
I think he's too big to be tiny.
Mhm.
He's too big to be small.
Too famous to be
Yeah,
small.
he's 5'6". Like that's not even short for a male.
And he does the classic
Yeah.
short guy trope.
That's
Think
still
of
all
every
people
short
talk
guy
about.
that you went to school with. They're fast.
That's true.
Yeah.
What a cop
Had
out.
to be.
Yeah.
Who have been his Nicole Kidman and
Cole Kidman's probably 6 feet.
Mimi Rogers,
Penelope
Katie Holmes.
Penelope Cruz. He got Penelope Cruz?
didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Cruz dated Cruz.
Between Kidman and Holmes.
Oh,
Yes. They were in Vanilla Sky together.
I think he,
Great movie.
although
Great
he's
movie.
kind of like a whack job religiously,
Wee Man.
yeah, Tom Cruise is like pretty fucking cool. He loves movies. He does all his own stunts. What? You don't think he's cool?
I don't know. Some of the Scientology stuff is.
He said, aside from
Yeah,
that,
he's pretty
It's
cool.
a pretty big aside because he
still prefaced it, loser.
Yeah, I
no,
said
but his best friend,
set
his best
aside-
friend's wife has been missing for like a decade.
You're not going to respect
Weird.
the preface?
I set
It's a-
aside.
it's a heavy
Respect the
preface.
Set aside.
Also, I didn't know about whatever you were just alluding to. So
He did Top Gun Maverick.
The Wee Man stunt where he ties himself to Preston and they're bungeed to each other. The best. The best
is great.
jackass stunt there is. I'm going Wee Man.
I think the one that made me puke or want to puke the most is the one where Preston wears the saran wrap suit and goes on the treadmill, and then they squeeze out all of his sweat and drink it.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Jay?
I'm going to go Tom Cruise here. My favorite movie is Jerry Maguire. He has so many great movies. I love him as an actor. So Tom Cruise. But I do want to share something. I was, not to brag, I was on an airplane recently, and I got off at the airport at the gate, and there was, not only did I see a female pilot, I saw an absolute knockout female pilot, like gorgeous woman. I tried to take a picture, and it was
What? You tried
Oh
to
no,
take
because we did have a whole bit about that.
Oh.
Yeah, remember you said what was it the last thing you want to hear bracket or something, and it was
Yeah, a female pilot.
female pilot.
That was you bragging?
That was a joke.
But how hot was she?
Very hot.
Continue. I didn't even record the answers.
Tom Cruise.
I think not yours specifically.
Wee Man, Wee Man, Wee Man, Wee Man.
So Wee
I-
Man.
I-
I was pointing at Klemmer.
Wee Man is
Right.
got to make it past the first round of the tiny man
Yeah.
Yeah.
contest.
And next up, we have the 2 seed versus the 15 seed. 2 seed, Rey Mysterio. You knew he had to be on here.
Ray versus who?
Rey Mysterio is going up against Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi, he is a tiny guy. He's like 5'5". He's 5'5".
Yeah.
And he's the most dominant and biggest name in professional sports.
Goat.
Like, that's impossible not to have him on there.
Okay.
Is it not?
I get it, but that's not my voting strategy.
Okay.
It's someone who's kind of short, who's successful. I want them to be a tiny man.
I think the difference is, like, when I'm thinking of like Tom Cruise or something, like, you can be an actor and be short, there's no problem. Like, if you're an athlete, like a legit, like in one of the best athletes in the world,
All right, yeah.
like, that is hard to do when you're that high.
But I'm not going for impressive here.
That's-
I'm going for tiny
That's totally fine.
man.
We'll start with you, Cheah. Rey Mysterio versus Messi.
So I liked Rey Mysterio for a while. He doesn't really cut promos, right?
Right. Well, he's not very good at it.
Yeah. And when he took off his
custody battle match with Eddie Guerrero, right?
Yep. And that kid is now
His kid.
I don't like his kid.
Dominic.
Dominic.
Yeah. His character now is awesome.
Is it awesome?
Yeah, he's doing like a prison Mike sort of thing where he went to jail. I think he went for like
A face tattoo.
a tear tattoo, and he's got a badass girlfriend who watches who actually protects him, but he acts all tough and hard.
I'm not up to the latest stuff, but when he took his mask off, or when Chris Jericho took it off, maybe.
No, I believe NWO took it off.
Okay.
Jericho took Juventud Guerrero's.
Yes. Whenever he took his mask off and it stayed off, his face kind of weirded me out.
Yeah,
Like,
bad
I think he had like I think he had like
Baby face.
weird contacts.
He has a baby face.
So his eyes looked like very, very white. So I never liked Rey Mysterio after that. So I'm gonna go with Messi, even though I don't know anything about soccer. He's a very good player. Did he win the World Cup?
Did
Yes.
just
Right. Good for him.
Yeah, he got Rey Mysterio got like thrown, I think, by Taker into like a truck.
No, it was Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. It was
Yeah.
NWO when they were invading in Orlando.
Yeah,
Threw him like a lawn dart into a trailer.
Kevin Nash just picks him up. He's just like,
Yeah.
just threw him. Oh my god, that was funny. Brandon,
What about Nick?
one of those days, Nick.
One of those days. 619's awesome. I liked Rey Mysterio. I think he won too much for me. It was just
Well,
You a fan of the Brooklyn Brawler?
no. It's just like it kind of if he was in there was like that era where he won. Just he was going to win.
Yep.
Who's he up? Oh, Messi.
Yeah.
Oh, Messi won me a lot of money this year on the Yak World Cup bracket. So I'll go Messi.
2 for Messi, Brandon.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but Barstool once had a very successful podcast called Wrestling.
Oh,
It had 50,000 YouTube subscribers. Really, really well.
sounds successful.
It's a big number.
So it's a big number, and you can't ignore numbers like, well, sales department can ignore it, but and so can everybody else. Anyway, wrestling was fun. I'd be a total fraud if I didn't vote for Rey Mysterio, and former guest on Wrestling, which his video did 80,000 views in 2 days.
Did you see him in the airport? He could barely walk now.
Kenny Ritlow.
Yeah, well, he's been combat sport for 30 years.
I know.
And he's a tiny guy.
I feel like
He's 5'6".
We're the same height, and he's just more jacked than me.
I have seen him in person.
Same.
Quite
He is
small.
not 5'6". He's been in here.
Smaller.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
think
him being
he's
much
smaller than me.
Okay, I haven't seen him in person.
He's
tiny.
a tiny son of a bitch.
Mhm.
Just
Brave.
seeing him, maybe it's a tiny competition. I'm voting Rey Mysterio.
But we're talking about him and like Wee Man who take these falls. It's easier to fall when you're small. You don't hurt.
Yeah, but he
yourself.
does some crazy shit.
Yeah, he does.
He'll wrap his
Wraparound things. Are crazy.
body around your head and all this.
Did you ever watch the Luchador show?
Ever watched the Luchador show?
Never watched the Luchador show.
The little cartoon where it's like lucha.
Oh yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. Not at all. Okay, Spider.
Rey Mysterio easily. Favorite wrestler growing up. Brandon brought him into the office. Got to meet him in here. He's even smaller than I thought. He's the man. Fuck how he looks with his eyes and whatever Steven's
The
criticism
Hobson
was. That's
contacts.
crazy. He's a wrestler. He also wears a mask. So to be like, oh, he looked weird.
He took it off for a long time, right?
A couple years, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rey
That's memory
Mysterio.
of him.
I also agree with Nick though. I'm not fond of his son. Like I'm a main event kind of guy. Like no side shows.
I think y'all are gonna if y'all watch more, which I'm not telling you to watch more, but he's got a good character going. He's like a shitbag.
I kind of dig
He
that.
betrayed his dad, right?
Yeah, they're gonna fight at WrestleMania.
Wait, who was his dad?
Rey Mysterio.
Mysterio's son, who's his dad?
I didn't know if it was he wouldn't lost the custody battle.
No,
I
against
didn't
Eddie
know- I
Guerrero.
never knew the
Oh, he
conclusion
won
of the
that match though.
One that was a ladder
He won
match.
the match, so he won custody.
Okay, I didn't know who won the match. Well, could have been Eddie was his dad.
Also, Rey Mysterio himself was when he was in WCW, he was Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah.
When he got to WWE, he was just Rey Mysterio.
Is his son or
He lost the junior
Yeah,
somewhere
that's
along
Dominic.
the way.
Dad died. He's just like, nah, I'm done with
Your
this.
dad dies and then you aren't
He's
junior
no longer
anymore.
junior.
I don't know.
He also spells it R-E-Y.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that was in his first song.
Don't love that.
Who's
I
that
love
falling
that.
out the sky?
What was his first finisher? It wasn't 619.
Oh, he just did a
Off the top rope.
he did a Hurricane Rana off the top, and then he would just do like a splash off the rope, something like that.
That would actually be a great other bracket as
Backflip?
wrestling finishers. I think
I don't know enough.
we could watch it.
Yeah.
Just have a-
Number one seed could be wrestling.
That was finished for sure.
Yeah.
Do like a-
If I
Klemmer.
decide to bring it back, you're shit out of luck. You know that, right?
Why? Because I know how to read and I wouldn't watch it.
Damn.
Klemmer, you're up.
Hold on, we're staring at each other.
Get a Zoom going.
Go ahead.
Is this the last matchup of the first round?
Yes.
Okay, so the only thing worse than wrestling is soccer. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I hate both.
Klemmer, you spend your nights playing out of the park simulation baseball.
Neither here nor there, which makes it even sadder that I don't like either of these things. I guess
What's out of the park simulation baseball?
that's my baseball simulator I play.
Where you don't play baseball, you just manage the lineups.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a GM.
You draft and
He's
like,
a fake
set
GM.
lineups.
It's real in the game. I usually I'll do historical. So I'll pick like say the 87 Mets, and then I make trades, out of the park.
Wrestling is too fake for him.
Well, I never see. I don't see this difference. Is I know I'm playing a computer game where you think what you're watching is real.
When do I think what I'm watching is real?
You called it a combat sport, Brandon. It's not a sport. It's a script.
absolutely a combat sport.
If any, you can say it's theater, but it's not a sport.
They go through bumps, bruises, and all that stuff.
There's combat happening, but it's not a sport, Brandon.
You think bruises makes it a sport?
I think
Brandon, I think it is not
combat sport.
competitively
My dad used
athletic,
to play
but
sports
I
all
You
the
can
think
take sport out, but
physically it
Requires
is
athleticism.
the
You can't
toughest.
bet on it.
Like
you can
that.
take sport out, but you can't take combat out.
What
Which
those
is more
I
respectable.
saw what those guys did when they jumped on the
That was Logan Paul. That was
That's
the
real.
coolest
That was
fucking thing.
insane.
That was crazy. So that's a skill for sure, but it's not a sport, Brandon. So stop calling it a sport.
I will stop calling it a sport. That's fine, but the combat is the more important word in
Fine.
that.
Man, I don't know though. If like a gymnastics routine is a sport, why isn't this?
Yeah. They do crazy athletic stunts. It's like that is
These guys are
think it's a
bumping
Because you're
themselves off.
competing against the people with the unknown outcome. There's judges. Now you can say there shouldn't be judges in sports. Whole different argument. This is a script they're following.
They're putting themselves through punishment. A lot of it.
No question of that. But a stunt person does the same thing. They're not competing in a sport.
You're too focused on the word sport, not the word combat.
Use the word
Yeah,
you used.
semantics.
Use
Semantics.
It's not a semantics. It's what you're calling it. But I don't like either of these things. And I'm going to vote for Monkey Boy. I nominated him earlier. He did not get picked.
Okay, that's for a reason. We're gonna save that for a different thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's my pick.
Saving Monkey Boy.
We're saving Monkey Boy.
Boy's being saved. Oh, by the way, I looked up the pure definition of sport: an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment.
Sounds like
See, but we lost our way.
No competition.
Sport used to just be training for war.
Mm-hmm.
There's no competition
We need to get
happening
back
in
to
wrestling.
war.
You can say it's great theater, you can say it's horrible theater, but it's not a sport.
It's very wishy-washy.
So the deciding vote is KB.
I was talking to Freddie Prinze Jr. We interviewed him the other day. Big WWE guy.
Yeah. He has a wrestling podcast.
I was asking him about how
Never work.
Does he?
how in the world The Rock was the first person to know Osama bin Laden died. He was the first
It
person.
was Cena, wasn't it?
No, Cena's announced it. He was the first person to announce it, but The Rock tweeted before anyone outside of NatSec knew anything. He just goes like, "Heard great news, America, USA," or something like
I'd
that.
like to think The Rock exists on a higher plane than the rest of us,
It's fair.
and
Agreed.
is privy to information we're not privy to.
And
Who's
then
the best celebrity wrestler, Brandon? Is it Logan Paul? Or is it Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny was really good. Logan Paul is way up there.
Mhm.
Lawrence Taylor probably back in the day, but Logan Paul is going to be the best for it.
Oh no, Lawrence Taylor.
Well, he sucked at
He did not
WrestleMania
suck.
against Bam Bam Bigelow.
Did not suck.
He had one move.
Did not suck.
How about Karl Malone?
He sucked.
Yeah,
What about Johnny Knoxville?
He was fine.
He was fine.
Dennis Rodman.
like a lot
Godzilla.
of basketball players.
Robin, the basketball players don't look as good when they do it. They just don't have the
Muscle.
no.
It's easier to fall when you're small.
Yeah, it's exactly right. There's nothing graceful about them.
Imagine they just recruited jockeys to do WWE.
It'd be awesome.
Incredible.
Rey Mysterio could be a jockey.
Easily.
He's jacked, right?
Yeah,
He'd
he's
be probably like
he's
180.
muscular.
Yeah,
He's too big.
Is he too
He'd
big?
lose some weight.
it's definitely too heavy.
How much do you think he weighs?
I'm gonna say 180. But jockey's
No.
like 115.
You think Rey Mysterio weighs 180?
Oh
I
yeah,
was gonna say like
He's thick.
70.
he's thick.
5'4"?
Well, like a running back who is like
Right, twice as thick as
5'6",
Kyle is.
Say 175.
like
I don't believe that.
200.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
What do you
I think
think
was
it
like
is,
205.
Yeah, he was big.
They said 175, but I feel like that's wrong.
You think it's over or under that?
Huh.
I weigh
Under
175.
that. Yeah. I don't know.
You're deceptively tall, though.
Yeah, you are too.
That's just it's a nice way of saying you're short.
No, I'm saying he's tall. But
You're short looking.
yeah, you're short presenting.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, like Klemmer's
You're
attitude.
short percent.
Oh, Klemmer's, it's his role on the show. He's the dickhead of the show.
The dickhead.
Yeah, and he does it well.
Doing it well.
Mm-hmm. KB.
Mysterio. I didn't even know Messi was short.
He's more shadowed by his autism.
I didn't know that.
He has autism?
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's why he's messy.
Yeah, right. No, those guys are usually put together.
Oh,
Hmm.
They love to organize.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Wait, I missed it, Klemmer. Who'd you pick?
I abstained. I voted for Monkey Boy.
You voted for Monkey Boy. So Rey Mysterio is going to move on.
abstain. What does that even mean?
You can abstain on the show.
You can if you want to. It's a
I don't
old
like.
school
I don't like
Colin-
either thing.
You can only but it needs to be like you need to have serious arguments as to why you're abstaining.
I hate both.
Anybody vote for the greatest soccer player in the world?
I did.
Yeah, we had some votes. Okay, now to go on through our playoffs. KB, Hasbulla versus Simon Birch.
Oh, this is rough.
Yeah, it's tough. I think Hasbulla's fame is the only thing knocking him here, but I will go with Simon Birch.
Simon Birch, the mom killer.
He's done more.
Didn't kill moms, or he saved lives. And he held his breath for a long time.
What a shitty way to die. Just a routine pop up.
Yeah, that was everyone's. Why did they stand up?
They could have yelled.
Klemmer, Simon Bircher.
Yeah, I mean, I know Simon Birch is a fictional character, but he still is played by someone who's has a real.
Very tiny.
Yeah, is obviously very. I'm gonna go Simon Birch here. Such a underrated, under the radar. Birch is. That's a movie enough people aren't talking.
You seen
about.
that movie?
Yeah, when it came out, like that.
Yeah.
We watched it quite a bit in college.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, like how many times?
We would get
college?
drunk. We would get drunk and watch Simon Birch.
You would.
Actually,
it-
does sound really.
It has that little cult classic thing too.
Yeah. When did it come out?
97, 98?
Yeah, exactly.
I've never even heard of that. So I'm going with Hasbulla.
Hasbulla. Oh man, I forgot Spider wasn't here when we showed the original Simon Birch video. Yeah.
Okay. My only exposure to Simon Birch is through them two. I got to go Hasbulla. I mean, like just the Caleb video itself. I never cared for Hasbulla. Never really got it, but the Caleb video alone sold me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really entertaining.
Hasbulla, Nick, tied up.
I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for Birch. That's a fact.
Simon Birch, Jay.
I was never big on Hezbollah, like wasn't as aware of him before, but then the Sunday conversations, especially the roughhousing stuff, really put it over the top for me. So I'm going to go with Hezbollah.
Tied up, Gooch. Simon Birch or Hasbulla?
In the words of Simon Birch, I'm sorry, but Hezbollah has to go through here.
I'm fair. I'm fine with that.
It's okay.
It's a tough matchup.
It was a really hard.
So it's that's a big time.
Yeah,
matchup
this is
early.
what I envisioned with the tiny man bracket.
Yeah. Vern Troyer versus Bruno Mars.
Side note, Birch beer should be way more popular, right? Like,
I think root beer kind of cornered the market, right?
I know,
I think
but
I've had a Birch beer in a
isn't
long
Birch
time.
beer like kind of better?
What is Birch beer?
It's kind of like root beer, but
I don't know.
Beer, but
I don't know if
clear.
I've had
extra
it.
bite.
You know,
A
the
little extra
Birch
bite?
Yeah.
Huh.
Does it refer to like birch tree?
Yeah, I think.
I
I
don't
don't know why.
I order
Yeah.
us all some Birch beer. See if we can find it somewhere. But anyway, Jay, Vern Troyer versus Bruno Mars.
Who did Bruno Mars beat in the first round? Because I feel like this is a very similar.
Beat no, he beat Carl's Jr. Tiny Man.
I can't believe that.
Unbelievable. He takes out.
We fucked that up, guys. That's
I
a
think so.
Nah, I'm a Bruno guy. Bruno Mars. Also, great name. He's born in Hawaii. There's a 60 Minutes piece on him, which I watched.
That's all it takes. A ticking clock.
I love 60 Minutes, man.
I'm gonna get Birch beers. There's a lot of good Pennsylvania Dutch Birch beer. I'm
Dutch,
getting
yeah.
us some. Nick,
Fox and Park Birch beer.
Vern Troyer versus Bruno Mars.
2'9".
2'8".
2'8". How long did he manage to live?
I think he was like 30 at least.
Yeah, like 2000.
Oh, and he was older. He
He
was
was late 30s.
40s, I
50.
think.
I would say he made it to like 2011, 2012.
Oh yeah, no, he
44.
was pretty old. He was 49.
Wow.
Oh my God, what a champion!
2'8". Come on.
Yeah, 2'8", making it to 49.
With 5 decades and wasn't even a yard tall.
No,
Wow.
he,
Kind of a hero.
yeah, he's kind of a hero.
And lived a hell of a life.
Sure did.
The longest yards during the life story.
It's not the longest
Just-
yard.
yeah.
He's the
shortest
yardest,
yard.
the yardest yard.
49 years.
Oh, that's Jay. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh,
Got it in my mist.
it's like that would be like his documentary about his life.
Mhm.
That's good, man. Troyer.
Brandon.
Is
We
he
got-
the longest yard human-wise of all time? Yard or less?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
No, there's got to be an Indian.
Yeah, there always is.
Probably right.
There always is.
We have to write.
1-4 Indian.
We have to right a wrong here. There's no reason Bruno Mars should have beaten the fucking Tiny Hardys guy.
I can't believe
Carl's Jr.
Tiny Carl's Jr. guy. It's absurd. It's a shame, and we're writing that wrong here. Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer.
Brandon took the words out of my mouth. I'm with Vern. It was between actors for me, so I was Team Pesci over Vern, but here we are, Vern over Bruno.
Vern.
All right. Treasure, Talking to the Moon. I'm looking at some of the hits here. Walk to Heaven. It's Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. It's 3-2.
Filipino got a guy under 2 feet.
Mm.
He's a son of a blacksmith.
Oh. KB.
Troyer.
Troyer. Troyer's going to advance versus Hasbulla. Oh, that's a good matchup.
Well, that's yeah.
All right, Vern Troyer, KB versus Hasbulla.
Troyer is a man. He's in Hollywood. He's fucked people.
Yeah.
He was married twice.
Married twice?
Married. Vern Troyer here, but it's close. I can see an argument for Hasbulla.
It's arguable that Hasbulla is a new Vern Troyer.
Kind
Like he has
Vern
occupied,
Troyer looked old.
but he has occupied that piece of
Space.
space. Yeah, he's just the
Right.
entertaining
He's not
tiny
getting
guy.
movie roles.
Yeah, I think he could.
There
though.
won't ever be another Vern Troyer.
I don't think.
Well, no, who was the guy that was in R2D2 and was an Ewok?
Not Warwick Davis.
Yeah, he was an
Warwick
Ewok.
Davis, yeah.
Yeah.
The original R2D2, I don't remember his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, Warwick Davis.
The guy that played R2D2 was also an Ewok.
I think so. I think he double dipped.
Yeah, he's very funny. Life's Too Short, great comedy.
Awesome.
If it's streaming anywhere.
Yeah, way more laughs out of Hezbollah than Vern Troyer. Like I said, I don't like that character very much.
You voted against Troyer 3 times.
I'll
Anti-Troyer.
keep doing it too.
The one for Hasbulla. Hasbulla versus Vern Troyer. Mini-me himself.
This is
It's 1-1,
tough.
right?
It is 1-1, yeah.
No.
Sorry.
I'll take Vern Troyer as well. Hasbulla, yeah, he's well known, but at the end of the day, is he really a man? Well, I shouldn't say that. I didn't mean that.
Right, because that's what I'm not getting that out of.
He's
I'm
the
not
appearance
seeing man,
of a little kid, and I know obviously that's like the whole.
He has the heart of a man.
Sure,
Soul of a man.
but Vern is literally the man.
He is
And
a
the shortest man. He defines what those words mean.
Why not just pick the Guinness Book of World Records shortest person then?
Do you know that person's name?
Vern Troyer is notorious.
No, exactly. So that's why, Klemmer, you idiot.
So it has to be someone who's like.
It's got to be someone that's relevant.
I mean,
Also-
Hasbulla's 3'4".
We'll say
Giant.
That's short.
Yeah.
Wait.
Brennan.
Hasbulla's like a head taller than.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I feel like Troyer crawled so that Hasbulla could
Crawl.
hilariously walk.
Waddle.
Troyer.
Troyer 3-1 right now. Going to the finals.
Vern.
It's Vern.
I would have went Hasbulla.
Hasbulla. A lot of Hasbulla defense this year. Very interesting.
I'm not even like a huge Hasbulla guy. Vern Troyer didn't really do it for me.
No.
That's fair. All right. On the other side, Prince versus Muggsy Bogues.
Oh, man. Another good one.
That's
Yeah, great.
all right.
He's going to get washed, but I'm going to stand up for Muggsy.
Gonna stand up for Muggsy. One for Muggsy Bogues.
Prince.
One for Prince.
You know, wasn't the Hornets' alternate color purple?
Yes.
So
Teal and purple in the 90s.
they're very similar.
Mighty Ducks and the Sharks. San Jose Sharks.
They didn't
And the
have
Florida
purple, I
Marlins.
don't think.
Well, they didn't do
Marlins
purple.
didn't have purple. But
Yeah.
First did like a two
Uh,
purple, right? No, they didn't really do purple.
Teal and purple. Marlins didn't do purple.
No.
They did
Was it
purple.
Devil
just
Rays
teal.
that were?
Black.
They were
Oh, it was, but they didn't really. Their teal wasn't. as teal.
Diamondbacks.
No.
Yeah, the
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks were teal and
Yeah,
purple.
That's a good call.
Great call.
Muggsy Bogues and Prince.
Yep.
Shit. That's Prince.
It's Prince.
I mean, if I get bored on YouTube, I don't watch Muggsy Bogues highlights, but I will absolutely pull up Prince playing the guitar as my guitar gently weeps and shit like that.
Yeah, I would say I've done that. I've certainly pulled that up, or like his highlights of him at the Super Bowl in the rain. However, I didn't even know Prince's height before we got in here today. That was never any part of how I known
either.
Prince. I knew he was a drippy king, probably one of the coolest men ever to live.
Yep.
But no part of me associated him with being short.
Muggsy Bogues, that's the opposite.
Muggsy Bogues defines what it means to be short and also dominate what you do. For that reason, Muggsy Bogues has my vote.
It's well explained.
Yep, I like that. 2-2.
I'm shocked that people don't associate Prince with being short. Like
I never knew that.
Never really put,
maybe because like I'm older and I saw the music videos and stuff, but like he always was like the short guy. At least him and Tom Cruise.
I knew he was short. I didn't know he was 5'2". There's like a two
Oh
different.
yeah, he was.
I
Yeah,
would have never guessed.
Yeah.
really.
That
Same.
ballpark.
Yeah.
It's Prince here easily.
Prince. And so
I think Muggsy Bogues' legacy is being tiny. Prince is too successful, too talented, too cool, too famous.
be known as being tiny.
Yeah.
That's fair. You're right, Gucci tiebreak.
I've always known Prince is a silly little guy.
You
Like,
might have a vote change.
Are you thinking about the assist to turnover ratio?
I'm Prince.
Oh, he's Prince, but if you switch your vote, then
I was switching. I'm going Muggsy. Spider's right. Spider had the best argument. Spider had the best argument.
Now, if Prince is actually 5'2" and
Yes.
he's done what
But-
he's done, I'm trying to picture 5'2".
identity
That is
wasn't-
insane.
That's part of the thing too.
Prince was always. Brent, what are you talking about? You knew that. You've always thought of Prince.
His
like
identity-
short.
Okay.
When I did.
All right, but like
Let me ask you this: If Muggsy Bogues were 5'10", or let's say he was 6'2" and had the same stats, are you remembering him?
No.
No.
And if fucking Prince is 6'1", are you going to talk about his height? No, you're
Jesus
talking about his
Christ, he's
music.
right.
Spider's
Fucking
dominating.
That's fair.
This man's
That's a
spitting.
fair point for
And-
Spider.
yeah, like how every short guy goes into the arts. He went to the NBA.
Yeah,
Right.
Fuck, I'm going Bose.
Prince
Let's
is
go.
one of the biggest sex symbols of
All time.
all time, and he's the height of a youth gymnast.
Yeah.
he's
That's
Simone Biles.
amazing.
size.
It is, but again, he transcends the idea.
I know he's not the tiny man of pit. Yeah.
Fuck, man, it's hard. All right, Muggsy.
So Bogues was guarding Magic Johnson.
You said to yourself, he was
Hardaway.
He wasn't even the first guy you thought of. You would have said Spud Webb.
but
Yeah, but
Muggsy
as-
You're
as we've
picking
gone-
that over
As
Prince?
we've gone further along, Muggsy Bogues played in the NBA. Like, this is ridiculous.
That's insane.
He was 5'3". It's not like he was 5'6", He
He's
was 5'3".
Spud
My
Webb is
mom is
5'8".
5'3". She's a tiny woman.
How the fuck is that possible genetically?
Huh?
That is crazy.
The mailman was.
Have you ever tried to play guitar with little hands? It's impossible.
I think it's easier, isn't it?
Oh no, it's hard as fuck.
Got to stretch.
Piano too.
Yeah, it's
Very
easier
hard.
when you have short hands.
Right,
They're easier with tall, big hands, really.
Rey Mysterio versus Wee Man.
Hmm.
KB.
Wee man.
Wee Man easily.
I don't think the seating on that side of the bracket was as good as.
Yeah, Wee Man as well.
Wee Man.
Yeah, Wee Man.
Wee Man. Oh, Rey Mysterio get swept out.
No, Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Wee Man though, it's like
Rey Mysterio is Spanish for wee man.
it could be.
It translates.
Oh, this is really tough.
Thinking about that finisher.
I like them both at like the same time in my life.
How old were you?
30.
I kind of want to go back to.
That's how old you were when you liked them both?
Oh, I still like. Yeah.
Don't do it, Brandon.
Give me Wii.
Wee Man's gonna win, but
My favorite console.
Yeah, Wii Man.
Better than PS2?
Oh no.
Slim PS2.
Why slim.
No.
The fat one was good.
Fat boy.
The big one was took up too much
Cumbersome.
room.
Except like less room than the PS5.
How much room did it?
Yeah.
Took up a small amount of
Slim
room.
one was like this.
Yeah, but you don't need it. PS2 doesn't need to be slim.
When you're playing on like a little table like this, you need a small.
I played on TV.
Well, yeah, but the table holds the TV.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I think he's talking about an
I
entertainment.
think his
Where are your
favorite
entertainment center.
his favorite tiny console is the PS2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Although the Wii was tiny as well.
Wii was tiny. GameCube was pretty tiny. All things considered.
The Switch is impossibly tiny.
All right, Wee Man versus Muggsy Bogues to go into the finals.
Muggsy.
Muggsy easily.
Muggsy.
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 Muggsy 3-0.
Muggsy, I think Nick just said it's short guys can go into the arts. I feel like that's kind of what Wee Man did. Muggsy's in the fucking league,
Is
so
Wee Man in the arts?
He smashes his
He's in the
penis
forest.
on
that's an
camera.
art. He's in the field of making people laugh.
Look at this artist punch himself in the balls.
Shot out of a cannon.
He's a fucking artist.
He's
And I love his work.
Jesus. Klemmer.
Charlotte Hornets, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
I mean, I guess Muggsy, but I would have went Wee man.
He's Wee Man. Muggsy Bogues versus Vern Troyer for the finals. KB.
Yeah, 2'8". 2'8", yeah.
2'8". Klemmer.
5'3". Muggsy Bogues.
That didn't hit as hard.
It's fine.
It's the
It's fine.
I got to stand by what I just said. Like athletic accomplishment versus, artistry. Yeah. I'm going with Muggsy.
2 for Muggsy.
But if you do the
Thank you.
Ratio.
mathematical comparison, the ratio, 2'8" in the acting world
5'3".
and 5'3" in the NBA world is like pretty similar. But he was 2'8" and he played mini me, and he had
Speaking
he was this big.
roles.
Clemmer, he was
Yeah.
this big.
Mhm.
He could have sat on my lap.
Muggsy Bogues also was in movies.
If they were both sitting on my lap right
Ooh,
now,
Vern Troyer
Muggsy
never
Bogues
played in
would
the
be
NBA.
like huge, and Vern Troyer would just be sitting here.
Muggsy Bogues was more entertaining. He was a better actor than
I
Vern
could wear
Troyer.
Vern Troyer in one of those chest clips for babies.
What did you want out of Vern Troyer? What did you want out of
I
him?
want him to act as well as Muggsy Bogues did in
He
Eddie.
was 2'8". He was squeaking out his words.
Vern Troyer.
Did he ever say a single word in a movie? I don't think I've ever heard
He just went, he just grunted, right?
noises.
Oh, he didn't speak at all?
Austin Powers. Grunted.
Wait.
He's kind of grunted. And he growled at...
Child, yeah.
Not a good character.
Vern Troyer had a sex tape leak.
Dude,
Did he really?
Yes.
I looked that up right now.
Hold that up, Ken.
He's 2'8" and had a
Yeah.
sex tape.
I remember the segment on Stern where the people who fucked him, I think it was 2 women, they came and they talked about it and they said it wasn't bad. And they said his
Did you
dick
see it?
was-
Do you see
he
it?
said, I remember they said it wasn't bad and that his dick wasn't that small.
The thumbnail alone
And
is...
then Howard was like, not that small for a dwarf or a man. They said for an adult man.
Ooh.
Good for him.
I'm swayed all the way back on Vern Troyer. I'm so distracted by the sex tape. Sorry, who was up?
I voted Vern.
You voted Vern.
He was also on Celebrity Wife Swap. He had Heinz Ward's wife for a week.
He got divorced?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he got
He was like,
remarried.
he told someone it's not going to work out. I got more life to live.
Shit.
Jeez.
So Vern?
Yeah, it's got to be Vern.
Gotta be Vern.
Number 1, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues. Jesus Christ, are we tied again?
No, we're not, are we?
Oh, I think Vern won, right?
4-2.
Fortunately.
Why do I have
Wait,
three?
No, I had Muggsy.
Yeah,
Did you?
we're
Oh,
tied.
good.
You do the votes. You run through it again. What'd you have?
Burn.
Vern.
Muggsy.
Muggsy.
Vern.
Muggsy. Vern.
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 Tied.
3.
Gooch. Gooch.
Good.
It might have been close before that little tidbit, but Heinz Ward's wife. It's Vern Troyer.
That's fair.
I need to watch this entire episode of Lights Swap. Holy shit, that's funny. All right, so the winner of the episode 66 Tiny Guy bracket is Vern Troyer.
Had to have been.
Oh my God, these videos.
Congrats to Vern. R.I.P. Sweet legend.
Yes, R.I.P. Also, there's a video of him dragging in Subway once. I think that TMZ took, which is mean. They should have went and helped him pick up the turkey and the Subway.
You send me the sex tape when
Yeah,
you find it.
absolutely. But thanks again for everyone joining in. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have a brand new topic. I'll be in Disney, but I think we're going to record a second episode on Thursday. So we'll see you then.